This is the Authority Partners podcast.
Before we go into the subject, let me welcome Mustafa, who is a program architect and lead system engineer with Authority Partners. With years of experience in designing and monitoring infrastructure solutions, lately he focuses on designing new solutions in the cloud and migrating existing solutions to the cloud. He is very interested in DevOps processes, and he's also an infrastructure as code enthusiast. Mustafa has over 40 Microsoft certifications, and he has been an MCT for years. He often speaks at international conferences about cloud technologies, and he has been awarded the MVP award for Microsoft Azure for the last 4 years in a row. Mustafa also authored 3 books: Hands-on Cloud Administration in Azure, Learn Node.js with Azure, and Azure Networking Cookbook. Mustafa, welcome once again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Mustafa, in brief, what is DevOps?
It's hard to define. Let's say for a start, it's another IT trend that everyone wants to use right now. It's a buzzword in the IT industry, and everyone wants to jump aboard.
Well, actually, I would definitely say that even people who are not from IT need to know about the DevOps because it was, as you said, it's a hype word. But is that simple, and what does it really take?
It's a complicated process, to be honest. It takes a lot of transformation inside the organization. We need to adjust people, tools, our processes, and overall, it's mainly a cultural change inside the organization. That's the main point of it. If you talk to different people in IT industry, a lot of them will have a different definition of what DevOps should be. But I really like the definition by Donovan Brown from Microsoft, who says that DevOps is a union of people, processes and products that enable us continuous delivery to our end customers.
Your focus in the last few years is Azure and cloud computing. How much does cloud have with DevOps?
DevOps is not limited to cloud, but cloud really influenced DevOps in a way it is right now. Cloud computing reshaped how we do software today. And because of that, we needed to adjust our processes and how we deliver software daily. And DevOps is right in the middle of that and helps us to do that transformation.
You mentioned that DevOps is another trend in the IT industry, and the trends often come and go. Do you think same thing will happen to the DevOps?
No, I don't think so. First of all, it's still a trend. People are just becoming aware of it, but DevOps as an idea is already in its second decade. It's not something that started yesterday. Idea about DevOps started long before today. And basically, the way business evolves, it forces us into DevOps. It doesn't matter if you like it or not, we must do it if we want to be successful in the software industry.
You are listening Authority Partners podcast.
What's its impact on the software industry?
I'm a very long time in the IT industry. I remember when we delivered software on floppy disks. It was quite different then. We would spend months, even years, to develop a certain product and then deliver it to our customers. Delivering updates was not as easy today with internet and everything else we have. And the market was quite different back then, how we do it now. Now, the main idea is, in the past, client would invest certain amount of money in our software. And by this investment, they would be locked down into the product they are using. They would be dependent on us for quite some time in the future because they're invested money, and just buying a new product because something doesn't fit or whatever else, it would require a new investment, a lot of money, and etc. In today's market, we don't deliver software as a product anymore, as a packaged software. We deliver it as a software as a service based on monthly subscriptions. And whatever industry we're targeting, whatever our software does, we probably have a competition. And people are not locked with our software anymore. At the end of the month, they just can cancel subscription and jump to a competition. So we need to keep focus and need to keep trends on what's happening in the industry. Whatever software we are developing, our competition is trying to do the same. And whatever new feature we deliver, they are going to do the same. If they deliver new feature and we don't have it in our software, it's simply users will cancel our subscription and jump to a competition next month. We don't have time to waste. We need to speed up the processes, and it's really impacting. We need to do it if we want to be on game.
So actually, what the solution is, the adaptation?
We need to adapt to modern software market. It's just like that. Basically, we cannot afford ourselves not to do DevOps. We need to transform ourselves into that kind of organization that delivers that kind. So basically, we came to work on Monday morning, and we just find out that our competition delivered new feature that we don't have. We don't have a year to develop that feature, because if that feature is something that customers really want, we need to deliver it tomorrow. So that basically breaks the chain of how we used to do this software, and we need to deliver it promptly using DevOps.
So I would conclude that pretty much is like you need to envision the future, and you need to do the measurement all the time, and you need to adapt. But what is the biggest challenge in DevOps adaptation?
People accepting change. DevOps is, after all, it involves a lot of things. It involves people, it will involve tools and processes that we use, but mainly it's a cultural change. We need to change how we do things inside the organization, and it needs to be from top to bottom. Everyone needs to be on board, including management and basically every team members. If you're trying to implement DevOps and trying to focus on the single team, you're probably going to fail, because it doesn't work like that. You have to have everyone on board in the process, and everyone needs to accept those things and accept that we need to change how we do business.
That's pretty long-term commitment to adaptation and change. And is there anything that you would add for the end of this podcast, like a recommendation to your colleagues?
Yeah, basically you need to take one step at a time. You cannot do that overnight. You cannot say, okay, next month we're starting DevOps. It needs to be transitional change. You need to do things one step at a time. Start small, implementing small things. And these small things are really important to for people to see what benefit it brings. Once they start seeing benefits of working this way, they will be more open-minded and accept next change coming in the line.
Well, that will be all for today and this podcast on DevOps. Thank you, Mustafa, for being with us today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for listening to the Authority Partners podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode and be sure to follow us on social networks.